Welcome to episode 2 of our renovation project series. Here we'll explore capturing the existing spaces and measurements and quickly drafting our as-built plans right here in Rayon. Using pre-saved styles and views, we can easily differentiate between those existing plans, demo plans, and proposed new construction. Let's dive in. I have this ADU renovation project in California where we're basically trying to keep the core of the structure. There's an existing patio that we're looking to infill to establish a new primary suite, as well as reclad the exterior and renovate the kitchen. So over the course of the next 8 episodes, I'm going to take you through each step of this process, from the very first conversations with the client all the way through to the final drawing set. Every stage, every decision, the whole thing. All of this is visualized, drafted, and documented here in Rayon, a browser-based design tool built for interior designers and design teams. Starting with the measurement process, everybody has their own preferred app or method. I like to use an app called Polycam, which is similar to Matterport, Canvas, and several others. I can use my iPad to take a photographic and LiDAR scan of the space, and I generally try to take one scan of the exterior and one scan for each floor of the interior. I'll oftentimes also take another specific scan for the staircase or any other unique condition like that. That'll help me to ensure that I can get an accurate measurement from the first to second floor finish and really understand where my elevation datums need to be. The slower and more methodical I am with my scans, the better the output is going to be. While the initial as-built plan is going to focus on walls, doors, windows, and really just those basic elements, I'll eventually come back to these scans to look at details like casing widths, light placements, light switches, and outlets. Having the scan allows me to come back and check the existing conditions without having to guess where a specific photograph was taken or go back for another site visit when I could have just had that information already. I use the scan in 2 ways. First, I can export a PDF or DWG file that I can then bring into Rayon to measure and reference directly within the platform. And second, I've got this 3D model that I can reference in the browser to measure or check for all those little details that I was talking about before. Now we're ready to jump into Rayon to draft our as-built plans. So starting a new project, I always start with a project template. So I'll go to that CD set template that we talked about last time. And once this opens, of course, it's going to open on my first paper canvas here. So I'm just going to go over to our floor plans. And for now, I'm actually going to go ahead and just delete out all of my existing plan here, because this is all just going to be new and I don't necessarily need to reference that right now. But first, I'm going to go ahead to our menu, import PDF. And here I've got that export from Polycam, so I'm going to open that up. And of course, it's going to bring me through the scaling import process. So distance, that's nice and easy. I've got that 60'9", and I can go ahead and insert this into my canvas. All right, so now I've got that PDF fully measurable or even editable if I wanted. I could go through and edit some of this if I wanted to, but I can always just reference this as I draft my floor plan. So now that we've got that PDF imported, I'm again going to take advantage of the design standards. And so here we've already got a few wall types in place, and just so that I can really quickly get up and running, I'm not, fiddling around with line weights and wall thicknesses and all that stuff. I've already got some basic wall thicknesses in here, and so maybe I took a measuring tape on site and, maybe measured a couple of door jambs or something. So maybe I have a better idea of what my wall thickness is. So I can always go in here, edit that typical wall type, and, that'll basically just track through the whole project. But for now, with the as-built plans, I'm just going to use these 2 existing wall types. And then eventually I can bring in some proposed new walls, demo walls, or any other wall types that might be appropriate for this project. So now that I'm ready to start drafting my plan, it's really critical that I've got that imported PDF right here in Rayon. So it's just a quick and easy reference. I can measure from it, I can take alignments, and I can just check, if things seem to be working across my own drafting as well. So first, I'm just going to take some guidelines, and that's just down here on our toolbar, guidelines. And if I hit the O button, I can toggle between my different orientations. So first, I'll go for those vertical alignments. And I'm not going to do every single wall just yet, because then I could wind up with just a bit of a confusing mess of guidelines. But what I am going to do I'm gonna get my horizontals in here as well. And let's see, maybe these ones. So I can get that hallway at least. All right, and then before I take this any further, I'm actually gonna move this out of the way because I'm gonna do my grid lines later. But for now, I kind of just wanna work with a blank canvas on this. So I'm gonna move these grid lines up, and now I have a basic grid of how to set my walls in place. I'm gonna draft my exterior walls first, and so I can do that in a couple of ways. First, I can basically just take this wall segment and copy it into my drawing and start to extend it around and copy it however I need to. And that way it's already on the right layer, it's the right style and all of that. But the other way that I can do this, it might be a little more natural, is to just use the walls tool. So I'm gonna set walls as my active layer because again, this is where I've got all my layer structure already in place through the template. And I'm gonna go to my walls tool. And I'm gonna not worry about styles just yet, but basically I can just draft around that exterior of my scan. And then once I have that in place, now I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the styles and choose that exterior wall type. So now those are all my exterior walls and I'm good to go with the interiors. Same thing here, I can either take the interior wall type and segment that through, or I can go to my walls tool and just making sure that I'm tracking which side I'm using. And of course, this one is going the opposite way. So I can always change my alignment here, no problem. And again, I'm gonna switch this over to my typical interior wall type. And I'm gonna copy this over. And same thing, that is going to be on the opposite side. So now I've got everything with those vertical walls set. And now I'm going to do the same thing for my horizontal walls in here. So I'm going to get that one across and I'll copy that up to there. This one, I know we were aligning on the opposite side, so I'm going to flip that around. So now we've got this hallway kind of established here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete out these guidelines so that for the next batch of guidelines that I add in, it'll be clear. But since I know I want to clear out this hallway, I'm going to trim out these two walls. And this one I know is coming in here, so I'll just drag that over. And now we've got this all in place. And I can also always go and make sure, maybe I go and measure this and, 4'5" and 7/32, that doesn't seem quite right. So maybe I want to go in here and, maybe this should be, 4'5". So I can go through and start to clean up these little dimensional errors and then kind of make sure everything is making sense. But this at least gives me a really good starting point and I can start to, think through those dimensions and see what makes the most sense. So I went ahead and completed the walls. But the next thing I want to do is actually add some zones. And so again, I'm going to set my active layer to zones, and I'm just going to go to the zones tool. And this is basically going to function kind of like a paint bucket. And so it's basically just going to fill these areas. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop a zone in each of these rooms. And then we can go ahead and define these later on. And you'll notice that this gives me square footage and a name for that space. And for something like this, where there might be, hallways and stairs extending beyond the room, what I can do is actually go to the zone divider tool. And now I can define these as separate spaces. So I'm even going to do another one here. So we have a little dining area, and then maybe the hallway and stairs can be one. But now I can go ahead and start to define these spaces. And you can see we've got those square footages. And so any adjustments that I make, that's going to update those square footages. And so that's going to always be up to date and live. So now that I've got my zones defined and my walls are looking good, the next thing that I want to do is add doors and windows. And so, of course, I'm going to be referencing my floor plan. I'm going to be referencing that 3D model, make sure everything is looking right. But to start out, I'm basically just going to get kind of a rough location, general quantities and sizes of these doors. And so a couple things I could do. I could go to my openings tool and I could go through the library and do it that way. But because this is a template, I'm going to go over to my design standards, and I've got all these standard doors already here. So I'm going to just copy these over so it's easily accessible. And I'm just going to start to drag these around and populate my floor plan. And I'm, again, just doing this very loose right now, but I can always go in and maybe this door is a 2'10" door, right? And maybe this is actually 10 inches off that corner, right? So I can always go back in and refine things, but for now, this is just the easy way to go through and start to give loose locations and quantities for these openings. So the next step would be to add some cabinetry and fixtures. And so this is going to be the exact same process as the doors. Because I'm in the template, I can go over to my design standards, and here I've got a few appliances, plumbing fixtures, and even my cabinetry and millwork. And so I'm going to copy these 3 pieces of, kind of the countertop, lower, upper cabinet sort of group, and I'm going to rotate this around. And because I've currently got the overhang on the side here, I'm actually going to nudge that in. And let's pretend that we're doing an L-shaped kitchen. So I know this is not fully matching our as-built, but just for fun here, I'm going to slide that door over. So as I copy this bank of cabinetry and rotate it around, I'm going to first bring that into the corner and extend over to the next wall. So you can see we've got this kind of mess of overlapping line work here. Very easy to resolve this. If I select my dashed upper cabinets, I'm going to type in Boolean for Boolean operations. And then I can choose between union, subtraction, and all of that. So I'm going to go with union, and you can see it basically just merges those 2 blocks or those 2 objects into one. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. And because it was the last tool, I can just hit the space bar a couple times. And again with the countertop. So now I've got a very clean L-shaped kitchen, no problem. And again, I can go back over and, bring in a refrigerator if I want. And that can be dropped in place. And of course, y'all want to do a little cleanup on all of this, but just to get all the kind of rough elements in there, very easy to do. Now that I've drafted my as-built plans, I'm ready to get started on the design. Keeping my layers and styles organized as I create these as-builts will be really important as we move into the next phase. We'll always need to differentiate between existing walls to remain, walls to be demolished, and proposed new walls. All of this is easily managed right here in Rayon, and we'll cover that in episode 3. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.